Halsted Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
As we get you ready for Game 5 of the day here from the 2025 Enderlin Baseball Classic on yourliveevent.com, it's the Ball Stars of Hankinson-Fairmount-Campbell, Tintah-Lidgerwood, and Rosholt going up against Hatton-Northwood. It's the second game for the Ball Stars here today, and this will be their final one of the Enderlin Baseball Classic. It's the first game for the Thunder, and this will be their first of 3 games as they will play tomorrow at 10:30 against Kindred, then at 12:15 against the Oaks Tornadoes. It's the Enderlin Baseball Classic again. Still to come, we'll get to the boroughs of Hillsborough Central Valley. Going up against Northern Cass at about 5:45 is the scheduled first pitch. And then the final game of the day will be Northern Cass against Enderlin in a Region 1 counter as the lineup cards are being exchanged here between the managers in this one. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get you ready for the starting lineups and the opening pitch. That is on the way next here on yourliveevent.com.
Halsted Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halsted, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argusville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halsted Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halsted Telephone Company today.
At Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Top of the first inning, it's Hatton-Northwood going up against the Ball Stars. Here the Ball Stars will be the home team on the scoreboard, and they will have in this one, they will have Travis Peterson on the mound here for the Ball Stars. As again, they will be the home team on the scoreboard in this game. Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes with you. Another Region 1 versus Region 2 matchup on this April the 25th in Enderlin. A gorgeous day just continues as the sun has made its way through some of the clouds. Currently 63 degrees here in Enderlin for this game. It's supposed to be in the low 60s to the upper 50s throughout the rest of the day. So if you're looking for some baseball to come watch, why don't you come on down to Hendrickson Field, enjoy the games, and enjoy some summer or early spring sun into some summer sun a little bit later on. For the Ball Stars, they will be in their black tops, the gray pants for the Hatton-Northwood Thunder in their blue tops with their gray pants with the white numerals here in this one, as we'll get to their starting lineup here with Will Ness will be the pitcher. Weston Enger will be your starting center fielder. Alex Veer will be in left field batting third. Aiden Johnson, the shortstop, batting fourth, followed by Drew Iverson, the first baseman, batting fifth. Brody Johnson, the second baseman, batting sixth. Holden Halverson, the third baseman, seventh. Tyson Danzel, the designated hitter, will be batting eighth. And then Blake Adams, the right fielder, will be batting ninth. And you have Robin Braun, the second baseman here, as well in the lineup card. For the Ball Stars, they will have Taylor Froelich and Rory Current left to right. Eli Jabark in third base, Stenson at shortstop. Maddox Remp will be at second. Austin Jabark will be at first, and then Kellen Remp will be behind the plate with Peterson, the lefty, on the mound. Chase Miller, Joey Hughes, about 15 minutes behind schedule, which all things considered for how many games you get to play in a jamboree or a classic like this, not too bad here today. Opening pitch here at 4:16. As Peterson winds and delivers against an opposite lefty here to Ness. Then will run inside and miss for a ball. Final game again for the Ball Stars here in the Enderlin Baseball Classic. Hatton-Northwood will have two right away tomorrow at 10:30 and 12:15. Here comes the lefty as Peterson with the stretch. This one missing for a ball. It's now 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. The leadoff batter here, Will Ness, in the Hatton-Northwood lineup. 2-0 in there at the strike, at the knee. Kelly McNary calling the strikes. Lennon Pyle in the infield here in this one. Landon Peel, in the infield here in this one. Here's the 2-1 offering from Peterson. In there for a strike. It's now 2-2. Ness Anger and Alex Veer top their lineup for the Thunder. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the way to Ness. The pitch. Swung on a miss. Sim Peterson gets the strikeout. There's one down here in the top of the first on the Bank North scoreboard. Ball Stars with a win earlier today over the Maple River Raiders. They're trailing 4-1 after 1 inning and came back and won 7-4 in that contest earlier this afternoon. Weston Inger, the center fielder, we'll see this miss for a ball. It's 1-0 in that game for the Ball Stars. Really good performance in relief for Austin Jabark as he went 4 innings of work of no-hit and perfect baseball. This one is followed back by Inger. 4 innings, 4 strikeouts, no walks, no hits. Back in their win over Maple River. As we'll see where Peterson goes here against Inger. This one's me jammed, playable, as the pitcher in Peterson, right in front of the first baseman in Austin Jabark, will make the catch for the pop-out, and there's 2 down here quickly in the top of the first inning. As you have Alex Veer, as Veer coming up now for the Thunder. Peterson rocks and delivers a strike here. It's 0-1. As Peterson doing a good job early on here, throwing strikes against Ness, Inger, and Veer. As Peterson will miss for a ball. Not so much of a Dontrell Willis in terms of leg kick, but you can kind of see him get into that windup here for Peterson. Collects himself. Good kick on the way. The pitch. Now 2-1. Dontrell Willis had like the exaggerated leg kick where the foot almost came over the head by the time he came up through, but Peterson 2-1 on the way here to Veer. As he rocks and throws, that'll miss for a ball. Now 3-1. Game number 5 of 12 here of the Enderlin Baseball Classic from Hendrickson Field. The 3-1 offering on the way to the number 3 batter in Veer. This will be hit right back up the middle. Stenson is there on the one hopper at short. Throws across a diamond, and that'll retire the side of 3 up, 3 down inning here on the Bank North scoreboard as we head to the bottom of the first. It's the Hatton-Northwood Thunder scoreless. The Ball Stars coming to the plate.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Bottom of the first inning here in Enderlin. Blaze Froelich, Helen Remp, and Jay Stenson here for the Ball Stars. Part of your starting lineup here, 1 through 3. Peterson, Eli Jabark. Then you got Rory Current will be batting 6th. Cameron Taylor 7th. Austin Jabark and Maddox Remp will be batting 9th after this here for the Ball Stars. As you'll see it here with Will Ness on the mound. From there behind the plate here in this one is Ronnie. Overson stands at third with Aiden Johnson at shortstop, Brody Johnson at short, and Iverson at first. Pair of lefties on the mound here today between these two, and this one getting out of the way is Froelich. It's now 1-0. Alex Veer in left, Inger in center, and Adams in right field for the Thunder. As Ness with the 1-0 offering on the way. We'll see what the Ball Stars can do here against the lefty. This one runs in, and Froelich will take it now at 2-0. So for Hatton-Northwood and Hillsborough Central Valley, some of the teams that are making the farthest treks down here today to Enderlin. Tomorrow we'll see Midway Minto making the trek down for a couple late afternoon games. As this one is in the dirt at 3-0. As Mustangs will have games with the Burros at 3:45, and then the Enderlin Eagles at 5:30. Here's a 3-0 pitch. That'll be Ness unable to find the zone. It's a 4-pitch walk. And Froelich is aboard here to start things off in the bottom of the first inning as Kellen Remp, the catcher, will be batting second. As Remp will come up to the plate for the lefty. After 4 pitches on the zone, we'll see if Remp is looking to attack early or if he's just going to wait till Ness throws a strike before he looks to take the bat off his shoulder as he digs in. Good lead off of first here for Froelich, being held on there by Iverson. This one will miss out of the zone. 5 pitches and 5 balls on the way here for the Hatton-Northwood starter, and Will Ness. And Ness missing. Up and in now, 2-0 here for Ness. As Froelich takes his lead off of first. As yet to bluff to go, he'll stay put. 2-0 pitch, missing. Now it's 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes on the way here to Remp. We'll see if he gets the green light on a 3-0 count or if that ball try to get through the zone, and Ness missing, and it is another 4-pitch walk, so 2 batters on for the Ball Stars. As quickly coming out will be the head coach here for Dennis Carpenter for the Thunder, talking over with Ness on the mound. As runner at second base is going to be Froelich. Remp will be at first base. Dennis Carpenter just giving some encouragement and talking it over, just where to attack the zone right now. Been pretty simple for these Ball Star batters. If the ball's not going to be put in the zone, you're just not going to swing at anything and take a couple of free passes early on this game. Again, 5 innings of baseball or 90 minutes, whichever comes first here today. Have yet to go extra innings for a game. If you do so, that'll be a difference of extra innings in terms of having a sudden death rule with the runner at second base. So runners at first and second. Ness with the pitch. That'll miss out of the zone. It's a ball to Jay Stenson, the starting shortstop here for the Ball Stars, batting third. Travis Peterson then in the cleanup spot after him. The 1-0. Also missing out of the zone now, 2-0 here to Stenson. And Stenson is a particular batter that you don't want to miss too much from. He can definitely line one up and barrel one up here today at Hendrickson Field, where we have seen a couple of home runs so far, 5 of them. 2-0 pitch. Stenson took a big swing at that one. It's now 2-1. For the wing coming out, that is blowing out to straightaway center field. As Ness takes a look back at the runner at second, the 2-1 pitch. That'll be out of the zone. Froelich has a good third of the way between second and third. It's now 3-1. Three balls and a strike upcoming to the starting shortstop for the Ball Stars, and he will take a 5-pitch walk. So the bases are loaded all via the free pass here, and there's still nobody out in the bottom of the first inning. Travis Peterson, the opposing pitcher, a chance to help his own cause. Lefty versus lefty here. And right now, Ness just needs to put something in the zone to make these Ball Star hitters have to swing and see if he can allow the defense behind you to take care of some business. Peterson will take a strike. Breaking ball as they work ahead for the first time in the count does Ness. It's now 0-1. Runner at third is Froelich. Remp at second. Stenson at first. This one was a good block behind the plate by Braun. It's now 1-1. As Peterson sees the pitch from Ness here on the 1-1. Missing, now 2-1. Three batters have all worked a 3-ball count. Peterson takes one more pitch here that's out of the zone. Will be the fourth straight batter to do so here. 2-1 offering. That'll miss. And Ness now with his fourth consecutive batter at a 3-ball count. 3 balls, 1 strike, and we'll see if Peterson looks to swing the bat or trying to take the fourth walk and bring in a run. 3-1 pitch in there for a strike. It's now 3-2. First full count to a Ball Star batter here today. Ness with a 3-2. And he strikes out Peterson for out number 1. Strikeout swinging one down here as Eli Jabarek, the third baseman, will be coming up here for the All-Stars. So you have Froelich at third, Remp again at second, Stenson at first. As Jarabek comes up to the plate here for the third baseman again for the Ball Stars. In there for a strike for Ness, it's 0-1. Now it's trying to find the zone a little bit more. Ball Stars don't want to leave an opportunity like this awry early on in the contest, whether it's a 5-inning or a 7-inning game. This one runs in and nearly hits him, as Eli has to almost scamper out of the way. Rory Current on the on-deck circle. As Hatton-Northwood right now has a 1-1 count with Ness. That'll be out of the zone now, 2-1. A tidy top of the first inning for Peterson, and this one continues to move along here for Ness, as this is going to be hit on a line underneath the glove of the shortstop of Aiden Johnson. 1 run comes in. The second run by Remp. Here's a throw by the left fielder. Not going to be in time, and it's a 2-run inning so far here for the Ball Stars, as Froelich will come in to score. Remp will come in to score. Stenson will go first to third, and Jabarek will stand at first base. So a 2-0 lead now in favor of the Ball Stars. Rory Current, the right fielder with runners at the corners. Stenson at first base. A line drive that goes underneath the glove and hit the glove of Johnson there at short. Runner going to break from third. It's a hit and run opportunity. This one is hit down the left field line, and the left fielder and Alex Veer able to make the catch. It will be a sacrifice fly as the runner from first and Jabarek able to get back. Rory Currentwood delivers the sacrifice fly. It's now 3-0. And 2 down. As Stenson comes in to score, top 3 batters in the lineup all get on via the walk. And well, as they say in baseball and softball, walks can haunt you. And all 3 walks came in to score here in this inning. It's Cameron Taylor, the left fielder, up at the plate here for the Ball Stars. Batter number 7 on the inning. Ness sees this one out of the zone. It's 1-0. For the Thunder, they will see 3, 4, and 5 batters in Johnson, Iverson, and Johnson. That's Aiden to bat leadoff, and then Brody batting third. Runner breaks from first, and this one will hit the back heel of Taylor. So a hit by pitch. Runners at first and second with Austin Jarabek coming up to the plate. And we'll have the Dennis Carpenter coming on, and we'll see a pitching change as the center fielder looks to come in and throw upcoming here for the Thunder. As we'll make our way 2 outs with runners at first and second. We'll continue after this here on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
You don't have to go alone. I will bring you through the storm. I will lift you up. No, you're not on your own. I will be the light that carries you through the storm. I will lift you up.
Bottom of the first inning, Ness, 2/3 of an inning. 3 walks, a hit batter, 1 strikeout on the hook for the 2 runners on base right now as it's currently a 3-0 lead. And no hits so far as well for the Ball Stars. Sacrifice fly reach base on an air hit by pitch as the center fielder, Austin Anger, will come in now and be on the pitcher's mound. Ness will go out to left, and the left fielder and Alex Veer will make his way to center here for Hatton-Northwood. Austin Jarabek, the 8th batter in the lineup, coming up here for the Ball Stars. As Ball Stars trying to go 2-0 here today in Enderlin for the Baseball Classic. Hatton-Northwood will play the Vikings of Kindred, and then they got a date with Oaks on the way. After that, tomorrow morning and into the afternoon, Brady Siebels and Brent Dick will have the call for you on that here on YourLiveEvent.com tomorrow. So runners at first and second right now here for the Ball Stars. As you have Taylor at first base and Eli at second here. As Anger will look to find the zone, which was something that Ness was unable to do much of. And as you have the sleeve here that's a different color than the main uniform, you'll have to roll that up or either take that off, and they will have to take that sleeve off here as the umpires come across. And it's okay if it's, again, the same color, but once it's something that's a little bit different, you will have to have a blue color sleeve here for this one as the umpires will talk it over, make sure it's good to go and allow them to wear it if it's the same style. As this one will come out, and right now not pitching with the sleeve again will be Anger. So gets 1 pitch, and now we'll have to kind of recollect himself on a 1-0 count upcoming here to Austin Jarabek. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Big swing. Austin swung on and missed. It's now 1-1. So you have an Austin on the mound, and then Weston on the mound for Hatton-Northwood. Weston throws a ball, 2 balls and a strike. Runners stay put. That one out of the zone. Now 3-1 as the Ball-Star runners are getting a nice secondary lead here in this one. The 3-1 pitch. This one will be hit on the ground. That'll go to the shortstop, gloved and flipped and unable to complete it on the 6-4 from Aiden Johnson to Brody Johnson. They had the flip there by Aiden Johnson, but then Brody bobbled it, so that'll be an error on the second baseman. As now bases are full here in the bottom of the first inning. Maddox Remp coming up to the plate here. Remp will choke up on the bat, take a ball. Batter number 9 for the Ball Stars here in the bottom of the first. Bases full here for Hankinson-Fairmount-Campbell, Tintah-Lidgerwood, Rosholt. As Remp takes ball number 2. So 2-0 on the way here for Anger. Weston delivers a strike, swung on and missed here by Remp. Bottom of the first inning, and so far the Ball Stars off to a nice start and want to even make it a better start here with a base knock or potentially a walk. Make it 3-1. Three and one upcoming here from Hendrickson Field. In there for a strike. Remp taking all the way, trying to make sure that Weston fires a strike as Weston Anger right now has the payoff pitch. 3-2 is missed. It's a bases loaded walk. And it's a 4-0 contest. So another run that will be assessed to Ness. The first free pass here for Anger. That's the 5th free pass of the game so far. And this one's going to get by the catcher, and Braun coming in from third base, sliding in safely here for the Ball Stars. As Taylor comes in to score. Austin Jerebeck now at third, and Remp stands at second. It's a 5-0 lead on the Bank North scoreboard. And Blaze Froelich will see a 1-0 count upcoming after that one got by Braun. Anger with the pitch. That'll be out of the zone. It's 2-0. 2-0 pitch. This one is going to be hit in the air. That's the left fielder. Ness will have to backtrack, and that'll retire their side on the fly out. But the Hatton-Northwood Thunder score 5 runs here in the bottom of the first as we make our way to the top of the second next here in Enderlin.
The Northern Cass Booster Club is here for all Jaguar students from academics, arts, athletics, and co-curricular activities throughout the school year. You can find more information or become a Northern Cass Booster Club member today by scanning the QR code on screen now, or follow the Northern Cass Booster Club on Facebook for updates throughout the year, or simply search for the Northern Cass Booster Club page on the Northern Cass School website. Go Jags!
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency providing protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency. Find them at 201 Main Street, Hunter.
Top of the second inning here on yourliveevent.com. 4, 5, and 6 batters Going up against Peterson here for Hatton-Northwood. Aiden Johnson will lead things off for the Thunder as they find themselves in a hole early, down by 5. A little check swing that gets popped up, and Peterson on one pitch, able to have the second out that he's had here today on the mound. That is going to pop up to the pitcher, and there's one down here to begin things off in the top of the second inning. Drew Iverson and Brody Johnson as the Hatton-Northwood Thunder looking to put one onto the infield. A strikeout, 2 pop-outs to the pitcher, and a ground out to Stenson at short so far for 4 batters. As Peterson, the pitch, that'll be out of the zone. It's now 1-0. I'd like to thank those who have sponsored for us to be here today. Also thanks to Calvin Kraft for the behind-the-scenes work, and for those that have done the infield with the Coach Kevin Bratlin and his staff here, as this one is hit down the right-hand side. That's going to be a base knock. Iverson makes the turnaround first to second, able to get that one in front of the right fielder, Rory Current. So it's going to be a base knock here for Iverson in the first hit of the game for Hatton-Northwood. Brody Johnson, the second baseman, batting in the 6th spot. Then it's Halverson batting 7th behind him, as Hatton-Northwood will try to get their first run of the game now in scoring position and bring him on in. As the runner from second in Iverson takes his lead, being held on there by Maddox Remp. And the pitch. That one will get blocked for moments, but still get far enough. And then the throwing error will allow the runner in Iverson to come in to score. So you had the wild pitch and the throwing error, and Iverson gets aboard. And now it's 5-1. So get a base knock. Able to see one get away from the catcher there in Kellen Remp. And come in to score. It was Brody Johnson. Sees a strike. It's now 1-1. As the Northern Cass bus is pulled in here to Enderlin, as they will play next against the Burros of Hillsborough Central Valley. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Going to be hit, and that'll get over into right, so a couple opposite field base knocks for the Thunder on the way here for the middle of the lineup, and the Thunder are back within 4, and now with a runner on at first base. As Holden Halverson will be coming up to the plate. And right now the Thunder trying to chip away at that 5-run deficit after that bottom of the first inning. Peterson looks in. Halverson sees the runner go. Here's the throw by Remp to the shortstop Stenson, not in time, as Brody Johnson gets the stolen base as he was off on the pitch, and the Thunder with their second base runner here in scoring position. The 1-0 offering on the way from Peterson. That'll be in the dirt. Remp blocks this one. It's now 2-0. So Remp trying to find the strike zone a little bit more here after Aiden Johnson popped out on one pitch. Fell behind Iverson on the second pitch, got a double. Brody Johnson worked a 1-1 count, and now Halverson with a hitter's count at 2-0. Peterson delivers a strike. It's 2-1. Taking his lead off of second base is Johnson. As Peterson looks back the runner at second. Payoff pitch is out of the zone now, 3-1 on the long hold here for Travis. And 4 up, 4 down to start the game. Since then, a double and a single, and Halverson looking for the first free pass against Peterson here if he doesn't have to swing at anything that might not be in the zone. 3-1 here from Peterson. That'll be low. This one will get by the catcher, Remp, as the runner from second base, Johnson, gets to third. Halverson will make his way to first base, and runners will be at the corners right now as you have Tyson coming up. There's Dainsel, the designated hitter. Batter number 8 in the Hatton-Northwood lineup. Batting from the left-handed side, then it goes to Blake Adams, batting 9th. All right, now the Thunder, patient at the plate a little bit here in this inning, paying off with runners at the corners, already 1 run in. Runners in a break for second. Remp will not throw. If there was going to be a throw, Stenson was going to cut it off, so Halverson will get into scoring position here, as that will miss for a ball. As the infield will come in here for the Ball Stars and try to take the run out at home. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's interesting to see what coaches think. You're up by 4, maybe you play for the out. But here the Ball Stars with a 5-inning game say, we'll take the run even though we're up by 4. We'll try to take it off. As this one's going to be a backhanded play by Stenson. Stenson trying to go to the third baseman. Not in time after the diving attempt there by Halverson. Runner comes in to score here for Johnson. Reaching base on the way there will be Danzel. And now you'll have Johnson coming to score. Halverson will make his way to third. Runners again at the corners, and it's a 5-2 ball game. If you don't play in, if you maybe play back, might give Stenson a chance to get the runner out at first, but he did about as best as he could, throwing it to Eli. They're covering third. Jarabek's tag not in time as Halverson slides in safely, and the Thunder bring the tying run to the plate here in the top of the 2nd inning. Blake Adams batting 9th. Lefty-lefty matchup here against Stenson. As now the corner infielders will play in. Runner's going to go. Snap throw to third, and they got him. Kellen Remp to Eli Jabaric, getting caught off at third base there is Halverson, and there's 2 down with the runner at second base. So Blake Adams 0-1 in the count. Really nice play from Kellen Remp there to Eli Jabaric, and just kind of caught there was Halverson looking at the play as he is retired. 2-5 on the putout. Also miss down low, now 1-1. Big out for the Ball Stars here defensively. Number 1, the tying run is not at the plate, but number 2, sometimes you got to find just ways to get outs in an inning. Able to get their second one here. Here's Stenson. As Peterson misses, 2-1. Well, for the Ball Stars, they will be bringing up the 2, 3, and 4 part of the plate with Remp, Stenson, and Peterson. Stenson trying to hold the runner close at second base. 2-1 pitch to Adams. In there for a strike at 2-2. At Northwood with 2 runs across. Would love to make it 3 and get to the top of the lineup here with Will Ness. The 2-2. That'll be out of the zone. Works the count full to 3-2. Next game scheduled at 5:45, about an hour from now, between the Burros and Northern Cass. 3-2 pitch upcoming from Travis Peterson. And this will be out of the glove of Kellen Remp, making his way to third base after the walk. Adams goes to first. And then Danzel will make his way to third base after the wild pitch. So you will see Will Ness tying run to the plate here, top of the 2nd inning. In a game that's already 33 minutes old. Ness 0 for 1 with a strikeout. His first time up. Runner's going to go. Remp with the fake throw, looking to see if he can get the runner at third again, and not in time. Nearly got him. Dennis Carpenter thought that the runner was out as he was about ready to throw his hat on the ground for the second out there at third base. He already had his back turned going to the dugout. He thought Danzel was caught at third. Remp with the fake throw down to second. Went back to Eli Jabaric. Going into second base on the steal is Adams. Peterson with the pitch. That'll miss out of the zone here against Ness. It's now 2-0. So Hatton-Northwood catches a break there as Coach Carpenter was ready to about fume in the dugout in a moment. But instead, 2-0 pitch in there for a strike at 2-1. It's one thing when you get thrown out at third one time in an inning. When you get thrown out a second time on the same play, that's another thing. Peterson with a 2-1. That'll be out of the zone 3-1. And Peterson, after having a 3-up, 3-down first, has already seen 7 batters to the plate for the Thunder here in the second. And Anger is the on-deck batter. So Ness now the left fielder. 3-1 pitch, takes a big swing at that, makes it 3-2. So Danzel at third, Adams at second. Peterson looking for another strike to get to the bottom of the second inning here for the Ball Stars. Pitch out of the zone, and they'll have the runner at second, gunned down. And the second time that the runner has been gunned down here on the base pass. Being gunned down will be Adams, so it will be a walk for Ness, but it will not matter. 2 runs come across for the Thunder in the top half of the second. And how about Kellen Remp getting not 1 but 2 outs there behind the plate for the Ball Stars. We'll continue after this as we head to the bottom of the second inning.
From on-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customer satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
High school baseball here today on YourLiveEvent.com. Bottom of the second inning, Chase Miller, Joey Hughes, and Kellen Remp maybe saved 1 or possibly 2 runs there for the Ball Stars in that particular half inning, throwing out a couple of base runners in Halverson and then Blake Adams, as well as this one is in there for a strike as Kellen Remp, Stenson, and Peterson do up here in the bottom of the second inning. Remp with a walk his first time up, a run scored. Stenson, then Peterson again here in this one. As the righty Inger got 1 out as he came on in relief for Will Ness in the first. Here's the 1-2 offering on the way to Remp. That'll just miss. 2-2 breaking ball, looking to come across on the backside of the plate. 2-2 on the way. That'll be out of the zone now at 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Enger with the pitch, foul back, and we'll keep it at 3-2. So for the Ball Stars, 5 runs in the first inning, no hits, 2 errors, and 2 runners left on base there for the Thunder. Here's the 3-2. This one fouled, and we'll keep it again at 3-2. Game that's nearing 40 minutes old and not out of the second inning yet. This might be the game that maybe gets the timetables towards us a little bit, as this one is 1 hop back up the middle. Aiden Johnson across the diamond to Iverson for the putout. It's now 6-3, and there's 1 down. Kind of saw that a little bit earlier, too, with Lisbon and Maple Rivers. That game went just 4 innings, and Lisbon was able to win 19-1 with a little bit of that timetable of a game. Jay Stenson will take a first pitch ball on the outside. It's 1-0. Travis Peterson, and then again, Eli will be coming up after that. 2-0 was the count. Stenson with a walk and a run scored. Froelich, Remp, and Stenson all with a walk and all came in to score back in the first against Will Ness. This will be out of the zone now, 3-0. But Enger wasting very little time on the mound, getting the ball, toes the rubber, and the 3-0 pitch. That'll miss for a ball. Enger with his second walk. That's the 6th walk for Hatton-Northwood for their pitching staff here in this one. Now Travis Peterson struck out swinging with the bases loaded in the first. as the Ball Stars trying to take that lead from what was a 5-run lead. Northwood trimmed it down to 3 to try to bring it back to 4, if not more, as sliding back in safely there for Hatton-Northwood is Stenson. Stenson takes his lead, will stay put. Enger's throw will be out of the zone. It's 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes here to Peterson, the opposing pitcher. Anger will miss as Braun has to reach for that one out of the crouch. It's now 2-0. Later tonight, Minnesota Twins will have a contest with the Angels, with Pablo Lopez returning from the IL, as this one gets smothered at home plate by Braun. It's 3-0. Minnesota Timberwolves basketball later tonight. The Wild tomorrow. When it comes to Minnesota professional sports, and Joey's favorite team, Minnesota United, with their season in action already. And that'll be a 4-pitch walk for Peterson. Stenson makes his way. So back-to-back walks here, and the Ball Stars trying to get something reminiscent of what they did in the first inning. Just take pitches, work walks, and it worked out to 5 runs. Jabark put one in play, reached base on an error back in the first, came in a score. Runners at first and second base right now here for the Ball Stars. This will be in there for a strike for Anger. It's now 0-1. NFL draft continues here tonight. Gray Zabel from North Dakota State being drafted in the first round by the Seattle Seahawks yesterday, as this one is hit up the first base side, and the second baseman and the first baseman, well, Iverson did a 360 pirouette there as he went completely across, was going up towards the fair foul line, then had to come back, and Brody Johnson was about ready to glove it in front of him. It's a pop out and out number 2 as Rory Current with a sacrifice fly earlier in the game comes up, looking for his second run driven in. This will go all the way to the backstop on the wild pitch. Runners will move up 90 feet. Stenson to third, Peterson to second. And now Rory Current, if he gets a base knock in the outfield, can not just plate 1 but possibly 2 runs here for the Ball Stars. At Northwood, the Thunder, 2, 3, and 4 batters will come up. Nice looking pitch there from Weston as it's 1-1. As Anger trying some way, somehow to get out of the inning with no runs against here for the Ball Stars. 1-1 pitch is going to be hit in the air to right. The right fielder comes in and gloves it. That's Adams to retire the side. So the Ball Stars threaten here in the second, but come up empty as it's still a 5-2 game as we head to the top of the third.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neillsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argusville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
At Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
Top of the third inning, the Ball Stars 5, the Hatton-Northwood Thunder 2, as we reach the 5 o'clock hour here on YourLiveEvent.com. Chase Miller, Joey Hughes, working our way through the midway point of game number 5 here. As for time limit, we're right about at that midway point with 5 minutes of game action so far from Hendrickson Field. Weston Anger, Alex Veer, and Aiden Johnson, the scheduled batters, due up here for the Thunder in the top half of the third inning. It's Travis Peterson on for his third inning of work. The Thunder put 7 batters to the plate in the second, and they ran themselves out of potentially more batters after Kellen Remp with a gun of Halverson at third and able to take Adams out at second base as well behind the plate with some nice throws. The 0-1, I don't miss. It's now 1-1, and if the Ball Stars end up winning this game, you can possibly go back to that second inning and those 2 outs that will allow Ball Stars team to possibly come out in front. It was Peterson with a 1-1 pitch. That'll be out of the zone, making it now 2-1. I mean, we'll see what happens tonight. As we were talking off the air with Joey Hughes running camera, Chase Miller with you here. It's a very busy professional sports weekend just in general. The 2-1 pitch, that'll be out of the zone, 3-1. NFL draft continues here. If you want to see where some of your favorite professional teams or maybe a college team, where will they go? Alabama, 17 consecutive years that they've had a first-round selection in the NFL draft, which is the longest ever by one institution to have a first-rounder. That's a walk. Peterson will have his fourth. As now Veer will come up to the plate 0 for 1 with the ground out. Also, you have spring football games or showcases or kind of in a way scrimmages when it comes to collegiate. It used to be the old, you'd have your spring game. University of Sioux Falls had an interesting spring game. I was looking to bunt here as Veer, as this one will get thrown back, and they had the runner dead in the rights as Peterson was holding on the ball, but pretty much threw a one-hopper to Austin Jabarik, and Anger will make his way to second base. As they're trying to hit a ball trick here for the Ball Stars, as Maddox Remp was just holding on to it, waiting to see if possibly Anger would stay there, as you could hear the Northwood bench saying, just stay on the base. Don't need another runner thrown out, as right now Maddox Remp looking for the daylight play. Peterson wanting to deliver. This would be hit, just missed up the third base side. That'll go foul. DeVere, it's now 0-1. But the University of Sioux Falls had an interesting spring game where they brought a team in from Nebraska in Division II and had their spring scrimmage that way. So it wasn't a, as NDSU would call it, a green versus gold game. You kind of had an actual game where you had a amount of plays and made it feel as close to an actual football game as you could get, as this one misses in the dirt, and it's now 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike here is Veer. Trying to see if he can put one in play against Peterson. Peterson looks back the runner. The pitch in there for a strike, now at 1-2. Top of the third here for the Hatton-Northwood Thunder. Second time through the lineup seeing Peterson as Anger takes his lead off a second. This one will be in the dirt. Remp will stay close to that ball, so staying close will be Anger to second base. 2 balls, 2 strikes, so the runner at second. Aiden Johnson on the on-deck circle here for the Thunder. Here's the 2-2 offering. Hit in the air. This one could spell trouble, and that will die in front of the center fielder and take a bounce to past the right fielder here. So it's going to be a base knock. Rounding third is going to be Veer. Coming in there safely will be Aiden Johnson on the single. That's the first into the game here for Hatton-Northwood, and it's now a 5-3 contest. A 5-3 contest on the way with a Veer single as Johnson comes up to the plate. Anger comes in to score. Veer gets the run driven in at 5-3. That just took a bounce and got by Froelich, got by Currents. So Anger comes in to score. Now Aiden Johnson will stand at home plate as a tying run who popped out to Peterson to open things up in the second inning. That's when Peterson was rolling. 4 batters that he saw, recorded all 4 outs. All right now trying to find that same rhythm here in the third. First hit of the inning again here for Hatton-Northwood. Maddox Remp trying to hold the runner on at second base in Veer. And Johnson sees this one out of the zone yet again. It's now 2-0. Peterson with the Remp behind the plate has earned his work here today as this one is jammed, and that'll go out of play. And it's now 2-1. As we can hear some of the Ball-Star players and coaches talk about how it hit the tower and how it kind of like Plinko chipped its way down here to Hendrickson Field. 2-1 offering from Peterson. Breaking ball. This one will be hitting the air to right. Rory Current will make the catch in right field, and Aiden Johnson is retired. And there's one down in the top of the third. Iverson with a double back in the second. And there was a single following him with Brody Johnson after that. So again, 3 hits so far today for Hatton-Northwood. As Peterson with one down here in the top of the third. A game that has been a lot more slow moving since the first inning. Peterson. Off speed, that'll be out of the zone. It's now 1-0. Able to see a lot more turfed mounds, and we're also seeing more turfed even home plates here throughout the area in the last couple of seasons. The 1-0 pitch. That'll run in. It's now 2-0. Just in the Fargo-Moorhead area, Starion Field is all infield for turf, similar to what Concordia College has been. Central Cass with all turf, and Castleton now both infield, outfield, mound, and home plates. Kinder Vikings getting some new turf behind home plate as well for high school baseball, as this one is going to be hit. A chance for the center fielder coming in, making that one is Froelich for the second out. Vikings had a turf mound for a while, but now they have a turf home plate, and it goes all the way up to the first and third base lines with about 5 to 10 feet that goes back into the normal gravel here for the infield, for the dirt. The Lisbon Broncos have a turf mound, and they will have a turfed home plate, similar to what Lemoore has in their venue when it comes to high school baseball. Brody Johnson will see this miss for a ball. It's now 1-0. And it makes sense with where you are with weather sometimes, as we've been here before, talking about that there's been a little mini snowbank in left center field that you've had to play at this particular tournament before. 1-0 pitch. That'll be a strike now, 1-1. Also just less in terms of upkeep once you have multiple games in a day to have to worry about with the raking the field and working the infield lines. 2 balls and a strike, as this was the 5th batter of the inning so far here for Hatton-Northwood. Travis Peterson, 2 2/3 innings worked, 3 runs against. 9 runs still at the plate here for the Thunder. Big swing by Brody Johnson. It's now 2-2. 1 run across here for the Thunder. The Ball Stars will be sending the bottom of the lineup, 7, 8, and 9 batters with Cameron Taylor in the bottom half of the inning. The pitch. This one will come back and hit him right in the backside as Johnson will take first base. First hit by pitch here for Peterson. He has given up 5 free passes, and now it's going to be to Halverson. Hold on, Halverson with a walk and a stolen base. Then he was thrown out at third base by Remp in the second inning. So tying run at the first. Go-ahead run now stands at home plate. A pitch. In there for a strike, now 0-1. Ballsters took 5 runs in the first inning, and they've held the lead since. Peterson. With the 0-1, this one is going to be hit to Stenson at short. Stenson bobbles in. That's going to be an error on the shortstop. So Halverson's going to reach base. As we're going to have Alex Veer make his way towards third. Johnson will go to second. Halverson gets aboard via the air, and runners will be bases loaded with Tyson coming up to the plate. As Danzel reached base on a fielder's choice back in the second. Stenson was just trying to have it on the exchange, and that's where he bobbled the ball. Danzel first pitch swinging. It's now 0-1. As Danzel would love to put one in the outfield here and see how much the Hatton-Northwood team could round the bases. No balls, one strike on the way with 2 down here in the top half of the third. As Peterson's trying to limit the damage to just 1 here in the inning. Makes a nice pitch. It's 0-2. Travis, one more strike away from getting out of third. 0-2 going to be blocked by Rep. It's now 1-2. Blake Adams on the on-deck circle here for Hatton-Northwood if Danzel can find a way to get aboard with a walk or single, something here to move the line and bring a run in. Peterson. 1-2 pitch. Nearly froze him for the strikeout. Instead, it makes it 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes on the way. Peterson. This one is going to be hit up the third base line. That'll go foul towards the batting cages and towards the dumpster, which was just getting worked on earlier with the garbage truck that was here. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the designated hitter here for the Hatton-Northwood Thunder. 2-2, and Daniels able to check swing through that and come through a little bit. And we'll keep it at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner at third is Veer. Runner at second is Johnson. That's Brody, and Halverson stands at first. Out of the zone, makes the count full to 3-2. Peterson with 1 strikeout. That was to the very first batter he faced in Will Ness of the game. Since then, 4 walks and a hit batter. Runners will leave early, and that'll be outside for a ball, so Veer comes in to score. Johnson will go to third. Halverson takes second, and Danzel works a nice walk, and it's 5-4. Tying run stands at third base, and the go-ahead run stands at second, as Tim Larson will call a time here for the Ball Stars as Blake Adams is due up now with Peterson on the mound. So we'll see if Larson keeps Peterson in here, gives him one more opportunity, a chance to collect his thoughts. As Adams drew a walk his last time up with a stolen base back in the second. It's the 8th batter to the plate here for the Thunder. As allow Peterson to come on here and get another chance and see if he can get Adams out for the final one, but Hatton-Northwood knocking on the door. One more walk or one more hit will tie the game. A base knock could potentially give you a 1-run lead. As Peterson looking to bear down here in the third. Going through the zone is Adams. It's now 0-1. Runner at third is Johnson. Halverson at second. Danzel again at first. The 0-1 pitch. This will be hit on the ground, right back to the pitcher. Able to flip that over to Austin, and that'll retire the side 1-3 on the put-up. But 2 runs come across here for Hatton-Northwood as we have a new score on the Bank North scoreboard. As we head to the bottom of the third inning, it's the Ball Stars coming to the plate up by 1.
Local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
As we got a new pitcher into the game, Drew Iverson. As Drew Iverson is now on the bump here for Hatton-Northwood, as Anger will go towards shortstop here and play at short now for Hatton-Northwood. So the 9-1 and 2 batters are due up. The 7-8-9 batters with Cameron Taylor due up here. Taylor was hit by a pitch with a run scored back his last time up in the first. Iverson misses for a ball. Second pitch by Iverson in there, swung on a miss for a strike. It's 1-1. Anger goes 1 1/3 innings. 3 walks against him, no strikeouts, no runs, no hits against. Ball Stars will see this. Missing though, it's now 2-1. A couple of errors that have hurt this Hatton-Northwood defense in the infield today. Here's the pitch as it goes through. Now 2-2. Game got underway just over an hour ago, currently 61 minutes. Here's the 2-2 offering from Iverson. This one is popped. Chance for the first baseman here, as this one will be caught. And nicely done by Hayden Johnson as he has to scamper around Taylor there. As Hayden Johnson again makes his way to first base after playing at short, so that'll be pop out to the first baseman. One down here in the bottom of the third inning. Wilson Jarabek comes up here. Reach base via the error back in the first. Righty-righty matchup with Iverson. Big swing by Austin. It's now 0-1. To come at around 5:45 here tonight will be Hillsborough, Central Valley, and Northern Cass. Probably looking closer to a 6 o'clock start, just to allow the teams to warm up and get ready and rake the infield. This one in there for a strike. It's 0-2. And then the Enderlin Eagles in Northern Cass will have a Region 1 counter, a full 7-inning game scheduled compared to the 5-inning games that are scheduled for the rest of the Classic. As Jarabek hits this one, this could potentially die, but the center fielder and Veer, well, they're going to have steam, makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Maddox Remp will be coming on here. And for the Ball Stars, last 4 batters have been retired. A pop-out, fly-out, pop-out, and a fly-out here. As Drew Iverson trying to have the first 1-2-3 inning on the mound for a Hatton-Northwood pitcher. Iverson with the pitch. This one in there for a strike. At 0-1. Remp got on base with a walk back in the first inning. It goes back to the top of the lineup if he can get aboard with Froelich. Check swing. They'll ask an appeal, and they'll say no swing. Makes it 1-1. For Hatton-Northwood, they will go back through the top of the lineup here with their top of the lineup with Ness, Anger, and Veer in the top of the 4th inning. As this one misses, now 2-1. Iverson, the third pitcher here for Hatton-Northwood. 2-1 out of the zone. It's 3-1. Ness went 2/3 of an inning, 5 runs across, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. Anger, 1 1/3. Here's the 3-1 pitch on the way from Iverson. That'll miss out of the zone, and we'll have a 5-pitch walk. As now you bring Blaze Froelich to the plate here for the Ball Stars. And he's taking his lead off of first base is Maddox Remp. As Froelich takes a look at the signs here to see what's going to happen. With 2 outs, we'll see if the runner tries to leave early from first base as Remp takes his lead, being held on by Johnson. Iverson works from the stretch. Remp will stay put. First pitch swinging. This one is over the shortstop into center field. And the runner will hold up at second base, as it will be a Blaze Froelich single here. Runners will be at first and second. Remp to second, Blaze at first. And now you're going to have Kellen Remp, the catcher, who's 0 for 1 today with a run scored, earned a walk back in the first inning. And the Ball Stars looking to add on some insurance here via the 2-out rally in the bottom of the third. Remp grounded out his last time up to the shortstop in the second. He will take one low, missing for a ball. It's now 1-0. As Drew Iverson looks back the runner at second base. The 1-0 pitch. That'll miss. Now 2-0. As the Ball Stars has Maddox at second and Blaze at first. Iverson got a pop out and a fly out to begin the inning. A walk and a single here, and can the Ball Stars add another base hit? 2-0 pitch will miss. Now 3-0, and taking that secondary lead a little bit more. There's Maddox Remp here at second. We'll see if Kellen takes the bat off the shoulder at all here on a 3-0 count from Iverson. As Iverson's given up one free pass, trying to not give up another here in the bottom of the third inning. And he will do so, however, with a 4-pitch walk. And the bases will be full of Ball Stars. And the man that you probably want up to the plate right now if you're the Ball Stars is Stenson. Stenson with 2 walks today, a run scored back in the first and was left stranded at third base in the second. Nowhere to put the starting shortstop here for the Ball Stars. Iverson, and that's going to be a balk as Iverson saw the runner break from third base, and as he came through, just stopped, and the runner will come in to score. Maddox Remp will come in. Blaze Froelich will take third, and Kellen Remp will go towards second. That's one that sometimes as the third base runner, you try to come down hard and see if you can get that pitcher to just peek at you a little bit. That's exactly what Maddox Remp was able to do. Put that on your Baseball Classic bingo card today for a balk. As now it's going to be 1-0 here to Stenson. That'll be in there for a strike. Stenson now will have runners at second and third with a new score for the Ball Stars as they lead at 6-4. Here's the 1-1 offering from Iverson. This will be hit in the air. A tough play for the second baseman who makes it. Does a nice job seeing that ball go into the glove for Brody Johnson to retire the side as Iverson has 1 inning of work in relief. But 1 run does come across on 1 hit. There were no errors and 2 runners left on base. As we make our way to the top of the 4th inning, it's the Ball Stars up by 2.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
You don't have to go alone. I will bring you through the storm. I will lift you up. No, you're not on your own. I will be
Top of the fourth inning as the Hatton-Northwood Thunder will be coming to the plate. 1, 2, and 3 batters with Ness, Anger, and Alex Veer, as Travis Peterson is on the throw here for the Ball Stars. First pitch swinging, Ness inside out swing down the left field line. That'll be a base knock as he'll round first and stay put there as Taylor brings the ball back in, and the Hatton-Northwood Thunder with a runner on to begin the top of the fourth inning. Ness with a strikeout in the first, a walk in the second, a single here in the fourth as Hatton-Northwood with Weston Anger comes up to the plate. Popped out in the first inning, walked with a stolen base and a run scored in the third. Here's the pitch on the way for Peterson. One hopped, and Kellen Remp able to keep that one in front of him. It's now 1-0. So far the difference in this game are the two throws that Remp has been able to get runners out at third and second base with Halverson and Adams in that second inning. As Peterson from the stretch, runners in a break from first. Here's a throw by Remp trying to get another runner out, and he does! Right on cue. Remp has thrown out an inning's worth of Hatton-Northwood Thunder runners here on the base pass. 2 at second and 1 at third, and caught stealing his Ness. I'll be in there for a strike with Inger, and there's one down here in the top of the fourth. As Weston able to hit this one in the air. That'll be playable for the center fielder as Froelich camps out underneath it. And there's 2 down here in the top of the fourth inning as Alex Veer will come on now for the Thunder. But again, Kellen Remp showing you why you should not run against him, particularly with his arm of what he's had today. Veer 1 of 2 with a single and a run scored back in the third. Here's Peterson. Big swing. Now 0-1. Veer with a run driven in earlier here in this game. That was back in the third. Peterson. We'll see this miss for a ball. It's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike on the way here. As Peterson rocks and delivers. That'll miss outside at 2-1. Only inning the Thunder had a 3 up, 3 down against Peterson was the first. Sent 7 batters to the plate in the second and 8 in the third. This is in there for a strike at 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That'll miss. Makes the count full at 3-2. Ball Stars scored 5 runs in the first, 1 in the third. Hatton-Northwood 2 runs in the second and 2 runs in the third. As Peterson has a full count on the way to the number 3 batter here with Veer. 3-2 pitch is fouled, and we'll keep it at 3-2. Mary calling balls and strikes behind the plate here in this one. 19 runs for Lisbon in the first game, 11 in the second, 7 for the Ball Stars in the third, and 11 for the Burros in the fourth. That has been a lot of runs scored to win some baseball games so far. As the free pass on the way here for Peterson. 6 walks and 1 hit batter is the Thunder. We'll see Johnson coming up. Aiden 0 for 2 today with the flyout. His last time up. Taking his lead off of first is Veer. As Peterson fires out of the zone, it's now 1-0. After Veer goes back to Drew Iverson, then the third pitcher here for the Thunder on the on-deck circle. As Veer takes his lead. The 1-0, this one is going to be hit in the air by Johnson. That'll go into right center field and cut off there by Rory Current for the putout. There were no runs ahead, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We played 3.5 on the Bank North scoreboard at 6-4 here on your liveevent.com.
Northern Cass Booster Club is here for all Jaguar students from academics, arts, athletics, and co-curricular activities throughout the school year. You can find more information or become a Northern Cass Booster Club member today by scanning the QR code on screen now or follow the Northern Cass Booster Club on Facebook for updates throughout the year, or simply search for the Northern Cass Booster Club page on the Northern Cass School website. Go Jags!
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency providing protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency. Find them at 201 Main Street, Hunter.
So with the Ball Stars batting in the bottom of the fourth inning, they're going to call this with a time limit here. Is the time limit about an hour and 15 minutes or so. So with the time limit, this game will go official in the bottom of the fourth inning or for 4 innings of play. The Ball Stars win it 6-4 over Hatton-Northwood. Travis Peterson picks up the win as he goes 4 innings of work, gives up 4 hits against 4 runs, against 7 walks and 1 strikeout here for Peterson. Will Ness picks up the loss, 2/3 of an inning, 5 runs against, 4 walks and 2 strikeouts here in this one in a game that goes an hour and about 15 minutes. For the Ball Stars, 6 runs, 1 hit, 2 errors, and 6 runners left on base. For Hatton-Northwood, 4 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors, and 5 runners left on base, as the Ball Stars were able to walk the bases loaded in the first inning. They took advantage of an error, a sacrifice fly, got 2 hit by pitch by Taylor, took advantage of another error, walked in another run after that. That's where they did most of their damage in the first inning here for the Ball Stars. As we get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Life takes energy. And again, it's Enbridge.com for career opportunities. And it's going to go to Kellen Remp here in this one and what he was able to do more so behind the plate. But Kellen Remp does get 2 walks. He does come in to score as well in the first inning. But coming in here for Kellen Remp is our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Life takes energy as he guns down 3 on the base pass, 1 at third base in Halverson, 1 at second base in Adams, and Con stealing with Will Ness in the 4th inning, as Remp is our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game here with Kellen Remp. From there to our Agassi Precision Egg Play the Contest, and the fake steal of home by Maddox Remp, or maybe a squeeze plays that forced the pitcher at the time and Drew Iverson to stop his motion and get called for a balk. In doing so, scored an extra run here for the Ball Stars for some extra insurance, as that is our Play the Game, brought to you in part by Agassi Precision Egg. Go to Feature Precision and go to their website at Agassi Precision Egg at PlanterDoc.com. For a Feature Precision Planting dealer, go to Agassi Precision Egg's website. Again, that's PlanterDoc. That's PlanterDoc.com. In this one, Agassi Precision Egg in Hillsboro. So the Ball Stars pick up the win 6-4 as they go 2-0 today here at the Enderlin Baseball Classic with a win over Maple River as well. While for the Hatton-Northwood Thunder, they will play next coming up tomorrow morning at 10:30 against Kindred, then go up against the Oaks Tornadoes at 12:15. Still to come, roughly at about 5:45, we'll get to the Burros in Northern Cass, might be closer to 5:50, and then the nightcap following that, the Enderlin Eagles going up against Northern Cass. Again, your final in 4 here today, the Ball Stars 6-4, scoring 5 runs in the first, 1 in the third. For Hatton-Northwood, they scored 2 runs in the second and 2 runs in the third. Coming up, it's the Jags and the Burros. That game is next here on your LiveEvent.com.